Once we start working with designs that have multiple components in them, it's good to have a choice whether we want to create a drawing of just the bottom level components, or if we want to be able to create drawings of the assemblies, and this gets a subassembly, and the components that are within that all, or if we want to create it, the whole assembly, or if we want only an assembly drawing with none of the components being created. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our component template that we've already created, just create a copy of it. So I click on it, just create a copy in the same folder, and it made the copy up here. So I'm going to rename this one the assembly and component template. I'm just going to shorten it a little bit so it doesn't take up so much space. Enter to save it. I'm going to go ahead and open up that up. And I've got just my component that I had before with parent view here, and then the projected view here, the ISO. So when I go in, I can create multiple pages and different types of pages that have different things on them. So I'm just going to go down and add a new page. I'm going to drag it over to the left so that way the assembly comes first. I'm going to create a new placeholder view. And this time I'm going to leave it on assembly so that I can create templates of assemblies, components, folded components, flat components, or storyboards. So right now we're just going to do the assembly. I'm going to go ahead and place one view there, kind of keeping all the same, since I want it to be an outline view with hidden lines. Actually, no hidden lines on this one. That I do want threads turned on. I'm going to say OK. And then I'll go create projected view from that there. And again, the ISO. And make the ISO sheet. That way I have my views created for me. Here, I also want to automatically add in the parts list. So I'm going to go to tables. And of course, assembly parts list coming up. I'm going to throw it right there. So that way it automatically sticks it on there and builds up. I'll pull this away a little bit so that way there's space for balloons and things like that. Now I'll save this here. And now I have a template that has one page for the assembly or subassemblies, and then another page for the actual finished components within those. So at this point, it'd be also nice to have one that's just assemblies. So I can create a drawing of just the assembly if I wanted to without having to have the components created. So I can just delete that sheet for the components, go back in, and save as, and I'll just call this assembly template. Assembly template, there you go. And save that. So now I have an assembly template, the assembly and component template, and also just the component template.